Chris, what is our first main topic today?
Our first topic comes from Darren Beely. Hey, John, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Or let he who has a Netflix password shared cast the first stone. Okay, Bible lesson over. Did you see that Netflix is introducing ad home so you can share your account with another household for a small fee? Do you think this will help them stop illegal password sharing and add new subscribers? Or do you think this will just turn people off?
All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Darren. And yes, you guys will remember that it was a couple of months ago, I think, that we mentioned to you that Netflix was going to start experimenting in a couple of, I believe, South American countries. They were going to start experimenting with a couple of countries. The idea of, okay, you're illegally sharing a lot of passwords. Here's what we can do. We will offer you an option to legitimately share your account for a couple of extra bucks, right? We didn't have exact price and we didn't know what it was going to do. Well, now it looks like they are rolling out with that, and they are calling the feature Add a Home, where you can add another household for, it looks like, what was it? $2.99. For $2.99, if I had Netflix, I can let Ray finally stop using mine. I can let Ray add his house.
That's for $2.99 though,
for
man.
He's already doing $5 for all mankind.
Apple TV Plus. I mean,
let's not be unreasonable, but for $2.99, you can add another house. And this does a couple things, because on the one hand, you might look at this and think, well, how are they going to be profitable with $2.99? Well, right now, that house isn't paying for Netflix at all. So you're getting $2.99. Secondly, what did we talk about yesterday on the John Campea Show in the Campea Classroom? The way a stock price works with a streaming network is that shareholders need to see that your subscribers are going up. You know what this is going to do? This is going to let them pad their numbers. Because even if only 1 out of every 8 homes starts using Add a Home, you're talking about adding hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of new subscribers. That's going to be great for your share price. Mm-hmm. Now, it should be mentioned that while they're testing this now in 5 countries, they're going to be rolling this out. They have not legitimately confirmed that it will be in the US, that they will bring this option to the US. I think they absolutely will. But here's an interesting thing. I was talking to our business guy today, and he brought up an interesting thought. He goes, what if these add-a-home things only allow the added home to have the ad-supported tier? Well, that's interesting too, because now not only are you getting $2.99 a month, which you were never getting from them before, now you're also going to get ad revenue from those households. It would seem to make sense. So instead of paying $10 a month for an ad-supported Netflix account, you're paying $3.99 for an ad-supported Netflix account. Again, this is just speculation on my part, but it's interesting. Chris, we've talked about this before, but they are now rolling it out. Add a Home is coming.
Yep.
Good idea, bad idea, advantages, drawbacks. How do you see it? I
mean, it's a great idea for Netflix, I think, because right now, sorry, Hayden, Alex, and Nate, y'all are going to get kicked off because that is $107.64 that Netflix is not having per year. Now, that doesn't seem like much, but if every household is like mine and they have 3, 4, 5 people sharing their account, that's money they don't have. And if you multiply that by everyone who is a user who has this, that's a lot of money Netflix is missing out on. I love this idea, though, of having it so, oh yeah, if you just opt in for, this little family plan of sorts, right? Then you don't have to pay for advertisements. Because if I could do that, I'd let all those mofos stay on my account. But if I have to have ads and pay for them, they're all going to go away so quickly. I love this idea. I think it works well. And you know what? Honestly, I get it. They're a business. They got to make money. This is why we pay for subscriptions and stuff. And I know it's not great, but Netflix is really, really just kind of circling the drain. They got to pick up some cash.
I remember when we first talked about this thing a while ago, because they've been saying they're going to start cracking down on illegal. I mean, some people writing to me and say, this is outrageous. This is just greedy on Netflix's part. If they don't let me borrow my uncle's whatever thing anymore, I'm just not going to watch Netflix. I'm like... And they're going to cry about that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, boo-hoo. You're not going to steal our stuff anymore and not pay us anything? Now you're just not going to pay us anything without stealing our stuff? I mean, of course it is. There is a user agreement that you agree to when you use this thing. And illegally sharing your password so other people can use the service for free is not one of them. So I get it. But Rob, you look at all the details now we're starting to get coming out of this. What's the good? What's the bad?
Look, I think it's like Chris said, like you were saying, I think this is a good thing. I think one of the biggest problems in the entertainment industry today is that now people believe that you don't have to pay for anything. If you're getting it over through a computer, files, movies, music, shouldn't it all be free? They're all files after all. And it has really hurt independent filmmakers. How do you finance something if nobody wants to pay for it in the back end? How do you give your investors money back? I mean, Netflix, as we pointed out, John, is a great service.
Sorry, I just saw Ray's grab.
Oh, no,
Jess is next. Jess is
really giving.
Jess is X's mom.
Who's Jess?
That's great. I
That's
love
the way
that.
it is, right? That's the way
But
it
yeah,
is. Some
but
people.
That is.
this is the problem. And I think that we have to make everybody realize that you are paying for a service, and Netflix is a very good service, as we've said. I mean, their international catalog is second to none. They've done some great original series like Stranger Things. They've picked up other series like The Crown. I mean, Squid Game. If it wasn't for Netflix, there's a lot of entertainment that wouldn't even get made. That's great entertainment. So I'm happy to support them in any way they need to be supported, and I think everybody else should be too.
Yeah, I think the only potential drawback is, and I think they're wrong for doing this, but I think some people will be rubbed the wrong way. Say, wait a minute, I can't just borrow my friend's password for free. I think it will turn some of those people off, but Netflix isn't getting anything from them right now anyway.
But
so.
that mentality has to be changed anyway. I think that thinking is not great thinking. That leads people to the high seas, and that leads people to not want to pay for things that other people have to pay for to make in the first place. And that's been hugely damaging, especially in the low budget horror world, because horror is one of the first things that's torrented. And how do you make low budget horror if you can't pay back your investors?
Exactly.
Now, we should point out, we have a little bit of a personal thing in this because, I mean, yesterday marked the 4th anniversary of the passing of our friend John Schnepp. And we were up close and personal, got to see pirates nearly destroy his life.
Right.
Because he had poured all of his money and all of his every bit of leverage he had into this passion project, this incredible documentary he made called The Death of Superman Lives What Happened. And we saw not only his heartbreak over his own fans and people involved in his own fan community stealing his movie, but realizing it was financially destroying him.
Yeah.
And so we have a little bit of skin in this game. We feel a little bit about that because we saw it nearly destroy a friend of ours. So, yeah, I mean, you're right. It's a mentality that needs to start changing. But again, I think this is a very good move for Netflix, not just because it's going to start generating some revenue where there was none. It starts addressing a serious problem that they had with password sharing. And it's going to artificially pad their subscriber numbers, which I think ultimately is going to be good for their stock as well. So anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this new plan they have for Add a Home? I think it sounds really interesting. Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Storyblocks. Guys, I have been an enthusiastic fan and user of Storyblocks for years. I go to them whenever I'm in need of content creation assets like royalty-free music, video clips, or templates for my creative projects, ranging anywhere from little editorial videos to my very own full-feature documentary. Storyblocks helps you bring your stories, videos, and projects to life without sacrifices due to time, budget, or access to resources. They have over 1 million different story assets ranging from stock videos, audio and music, an in-browser video editor, and they feature pre-designed templates, animations, and outros. Storyblocks uses an affordable subscription model, and their unlimited access plans offers, well, unlimited video and audio downloads rather than a costly pay-per-clip model. With Storyblocks, you'll be able to create more content and, more importantly, better content, all while using a subscription plan that fits your budget, utilizing unlimited downloads of demand-driven and diverse content. So if you're interested in upping your content creation game, head over to www.storyblocks.com/Campea and get started today. That's www.storyblocks.com/Campea.